they did Smelly Cat? Smelly cat, smelly cat.
So which chords do you know?
Are they feeding
All of
you? People listening are like, what is Friends?
It's good. It's good.
It's on Hulu or Netflix, the whole series.
Nerd Flirks.
Nerd Flirks?
Episode 55?
Yes, let's do this. Episode 55 of the Bite Me Podcast.
55.
Welcome. I'm chopped out a whole lot that you've not heard.
It was all great.
Hello.
Some of it was not good.
You've been selected.
Oh, don't even. I've gotten more like requests or invites to, hey, you can come to our private party. All you have to do is, verify your age via this website. Like, I've gotten 3 or 4 of those, like, kind of requests over the last couple of weeks. I'm like, why are you people emailing me?
For a while, all I was getting was fake phone calls from the fake IRS telling them I owed them fake IRS money, like 3 or 4 a day. I'm like...
My favorite was, you remember the scam going around where it's like, your Apple account has been compromised and we're with Apple support. We need your login and password. I'm like, really? This was when I was all Android and PC, no Mac, no iPhone, nothing. And I was like, really? You're kidding me.
How did that
happen?
happen?
Did that happen? Well, let's discuss this. And I would have this whole conversation, and then it ended up with me going, like, completely switching gears, being like, look, I know you're full of it. If you call me again, I will hunt you and your family down. Do not call me.
Adam
They've
has a
never
particular set of
called back.
skills.
They've never called back. It's like Liam Neeson in Taken.
That's the joke I just made.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I didn't hear what you said.
I said Adam has a particular set of skills.
Oh, see, I've never seen those movies. So
I haven't
there.
really either, but I know enough.
Taken is I haven't seen any of them but Taken is great.
Is it?
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure they're the
It's
same.
a really, really, really
It's
good
just been
movie.
a Taken again.
Yeah.
Taken again and
Isn't
again.
it? It's Taken 2 and 3.
Taken
It's not
2 and
Taken
3,
again and
yeah.
Taken yet again.
Taken also.
Taken
I was going
as
to make
well.
a really inappropriate
Don't.
joke, but I'm
But
going to
we're
save
recording,
it.
so save it.
We've already
after.
made things, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My name is Adam West.
Cliff Johnson.
I'm the Dylan.
Yeah, the Dylan. Yeah, you are. Welcome to...
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you are. Welcome to the show, episode 55. Got a lot to talk about this week.
There's actually news.
Because you were telling me the last
Finally.
few weeks, it's like...
We were just making
2
stuff
weeks
up.
ago, Dylan's like, is there any news? I'm like, I'm sure there's... Oh, no.
It's like I spent like an hour trying to find news, which isn't really how news works.
Yeah.
No. I mean, you could have gone the way of our current political climate and made up some
I
fake
could just
news.
made up some
That's
news.
what we just did for the last month.
Oh, okay.
It was all fake news.
There's a lot to talk about. So, new changes in Destiny 2, including the new DLC that's out. Portal game is coming, kinda. New PUBG map, which I'm sure you're excited about. I need to actually get in and get reacclimated with the game.
G.
Pub some G, brah. Nintendo's latest patch should help out the motion controls, which I thought were pretty good to begin with. So we'll see. There's a huge free update out for The Division, which I saw some stuff about the other day.
Lots
So
of
I'm
stuff.
excited about that. Over there in the Hawaii, Representative Chris Lee wants to regulate loot boxes, which I think could possibly be a good thing.
Could be.
So we'll talk about that. And I'm really excited about this. Capcom is officially on the record with video as well for Mega Man 11. I'm really excited about that. Plus some questions from Vinny, Edsterturbo. I always stutter when I get to that one. Let's just call him Ed.
All right.
Yeah, and then...
You want to say like Edsturt?
Edsterturbo.
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 I like that. Some cheap free games of PS Plus games for December have been announced. We've got the whole rundown on that. There's a new Humble Bundle as well. So that's all coming up.
It's good.
Yeah, but we always start with what we're playing. And Cliff, why don't you start?
I'm not playing anything because I've been more busy than I've ever been busy before in my entire life. So...
But you said you kind of are playing something.
I did. Like the last 2 nights, I've been so just bleh and tired that I didn't want to play anything that required thinking, so I played Rocket League. And it's fun. It's always fun.
On your Switch?
No.
Oh, okay.
On my PC. It's great. Yeah. I did read today, though. I was trolling through some stuff, and IGN just re-rated Rocket League today.
Really?
They're like, yeah, it's been out for like a couple years. They've made a ton of updates. We're going to rate it again. And when it first came out, they gave it an 8, and now they gave it a 9.3. So,
Wow.
Yeah. It's real good. I mean, Rocket League's great. There's been some updates to it lately that have been really fun. Probably one of the biggest one for me is they've made it when you're in the goal and you're looking out to the sides are see-through now.
Oh,
so you
cool.
can actually see the ball coming, which is really, really, really nice. You get lost in the game, like in the side
The netting.
a lot less, yeah. But nah, it's always a great game. So to me, it's the perfect game when I'm like, I just want to sit down and play something, and I don't want to care about story, and I don't want to care. And that's really my thing lately is I haven't had enough time to sit down and actually like make progress in Wolfenstein or make progress in Assassin's Creed Origins, and so it just gives me something I can sit down for 20 minutes and play. But I've been super busy.
That's a lot of people right now are hoping to find those 20, 30-minute sit-down sessions.
And Rocket League's great. Each round takes like 7 or 8 minutes, so you can in a half hour you can get 3 or 4 in, and sometimes that's just what I need.
Nice.
Did you scroll through the comments at all? Like anyone saying like, "How dare you re-rate a game"? You can't re-rate a game.
Comments
no, I'm just imagining. Like,
I'm sure
to
it
me,
was
that's
horrible.
exactly like
it was on IGN too, and like, man, their people.
Like,
are
if you
horrible.
can't nominate a game
like,
that's
IGN's people are awesome, their fans are terrible.
Like, PUBG can't win Game of the Year because it's not even out yet. But you can re-rate Rocket League. I don't know.
I think that like comments on video game sites or even
I just stopped looking at them.
I like left like 2 or 3 closed video game groups the other day because I just can't take.
It's like going to Yahoo and reading the comments on the news articles.
YouTube.
There, it's ridiculous. It's so bad.
I just couldn't do it anymore.
Why?
Yeah,
what are you playing, the Dylan?
Cliff forgets that we played GTA 5 online this weekend.
We finally figured it out. We cracked
sort
the
of.
code.
Okay.
And then at that point, I think at one point I dropped, and then Cliff's internet dropped also, so we didn't actually get to play together as much as we probably would have liked.
The secret, though, is that you don't just have to be Xbox friends. You have to be Grand Theft Auto Social Club friends.
Or at least that makes it easier.
I don't know. It's the only thing that's actually made it work where I could reliably play it with more than one person. So
that's kind of wackadoodle.
It's super stupid. And the only thing I can figure is that maybe 4 years ago when that game came out that they needed that social club aspect of it to do something that maybe Xbox Live didn't work as well or something. But either way, it does not do a very good job of telling you that. But it seems like that's the secret because I was able to play with Dylan and my brother, and Dylan was able to play with my brother and Kevin. And so we did have a bunch of other problems, but I think they were maybe Xbox Live problems, not necessarily GTA problems.
GTA
server
problems, which is kind of what I was.
Yeah, but we were able to get in the same game, and that was what mattered, and it was very fun.
It is fun.
So if I got on GTA 5 on my PC?
No, it's not crossplay.
Blah.
Sorry, man.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
No, I have to buy it again. Okay.
Yeah, you do.
It's real fun, though. We had a really good time.
Yeah. They just like to
drive around and shoot things.
They're just the most skullduggerous rapscallions I've ever played games with. Like, I was trying to just like rob some stores and get some cash, and they're just like killing people and running.
I bet they were getting cash too.
Colby likes to drive around, and I like to shoot people for moving cars. So everybody wins.
Literally, were wanted 100% of, like 99% of the time.
That's
Even
awesome.
they would respawn with wanted levels.
We did. I don't even know how that happens.
I don't even. And I'm like, guys, can we just like get some cash or something? And they're like,
That's fun.
It was a lot of fun, actually.
But like,
well, I mean, there's rules. Like, if you see a person on a motorcycle, you're obligated to run into the person on the motorcycle. Like, it's not an option. You have to do it.
It's like house rules. It's like
if you steal a
rules
car
of the sandbox. If you come into the sandbox,
these are the rules.
Don't poop.
If you steal a car from someone, you can't leave witnesses. I mean, there's rules.
I didn't realize that there were so many.
Just those two, really.
Okay.
It's kind of like Fight Club.
Yeah.
What's the first rule?
We can't talk about it.
Yeah.
I know, exactly.
So, So
anyway, it was fun.
Anyway, and that just got me started like getting back into the story of GTA 5, which I'm now replaying on Xbox One. I don't know if I never really finished it.
Yeah, I didn't either.
But I'm gonna finish it this time because it's good, and having not played it long enough, like it's fresh.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm not like, oh, I've seen this.
I'm in the exact same place.
You're like, oh, that's hilarious again. I remember now, but it's hilarious again. And Trevor's amazing. Like the moment you meet him in the game too, he's just doing naughty stuff with a meth head, and it's just.
We brought
wacky.
meth back for this episode. Okay, cool.
It's there's a lot, and then he just goes on a rampage and kills all the other meth in town, and then and then he's like, I'm the only meth now.
Yep. All the meth.
Gotcha. Are you playing anything other than the GTA 5?
That was most of what I'm playing. I'm trying to pick. I want to play. Cliff and I were kind of talking about this the other day. It's like I really want to play like Skyrim, but I've already done that for like 120 hours. So maybe I should go play The Witcher or something. But it's like I kind of want to play a fantasy RPG. I'm just trying to figure out which one I want. Do I want to play?
Vicky says really good things about that Kingdoms of Amalur.
I really want to
too.
play that. So I don't know if I really. I don't want to sit on my PC and play.
Yeah.
It's just.
So you want more like fantasy, like
high fantasy, like Skyrim or maybe The Witcher. That's in the running. I never really played Diablo either. If I want to do more like
very different games.
Dungeon loot RPG, like maybe Diablo, maybe Dragon Age, Inquisition. I don't know
Also
which one.
very different.
Yeah, so I know there's so many different RPGs. I'm trying to figure out which one of those I want to play.
Well, I mean, if you want a massive RPG right now, the one that just came out on the Switch is Xenoblade Chronicles.
JRPG
2.
though.
Yeah, it's JRPG for sure, but I mean, it's evidently a massive game.
Yeah,
So,
it's huge.
there is that. So it's funny, I'm the one who's played the most games this week. That's really weird.
Never happens.
I'm
I know.
so busy this week,
Like,
man. I barely had time to breathe.
play games.
But I do play games. I just always play like one or two
Well,
games
you got a shiny
all
new
week.
Xbox finally.
Right.
You're like,
So
I
much
must
fun.
play Xbox because it's a superior console.
It's the most powerful console ever created.
In the world.
Your biceps grow 10 sizes.
Every time I play that game, it's amazing, especially when I play Gears of War 4.
Heavy. Oh yeah, I did play a little Overwatch too.
Nice.
Well, that's weird.
Because there's a new character,
Yeah, what's her name?
Moira. It's Moira.
Moira.
She's a
Moira.
healer support character. Has some damage. Fun. I just kind of practice ranged with her to kind of like see what she did. So I gotta play that some more.
Yeah, I saw Kevin popped on to Overwatch a couple of times last week as well.
Yeah,
so, and I know I heard that name a few times come out of his mouth.
Razzle frazzle. Moira.
So I've been playing Gears of War 4, which if you've got an Xbox One X, you should get it and you should play it. If you don't, you should still get it and play it because it's a super fun game.
Is it good?
Yeah. I don't know what it looked like to begin with, but
It's pretty.
I think it was
no
pretty
matter
good look.
what.
I played it at PAX 2 years ago. It was nice.
I'm sure it was really good looking, but
Is better now.
the resolution and the textures and just the HDR effects, it's just insane.
Bananas, maybe.
It's more than bananas.
Bananas.
It's crazy good. So yeah, if you've got the One X, definitely pick it up. I think I'm a third to halfway through it. So I think I've played for a few hours. But it's really fun. I picked up Stardew Valley again just because I was like, I need to play some more on my Switch. So I played 30, 40 minutes of that, which is the equivalent of like probably a week or so. And that's what's cool about that game is when you sit down and play it, each day is only, I want to say, roughly 6 to 10 minutes.
They feel really short, actually. Like that was actually, I don't want to say my complaint about it, but the days felt short.
But it's almost like, it's like, how do I get this much done in 6 minutes?
Yeah, exactly.
Or 12 minutes. I can't remember what it was.
I really want to get into that, but I wanted just a little bit of direction. Just
That's the thing. It's so
amount
open.
of direction. It's
very
just
open.
a little too open for me. Like, what do? I got to go find out. Like, I don't quite want to. I just want a couple leads. Like, show me how to do a couple things.
I picked up a wiki walkthrough or something just to kind of figure out what I'm doing, where I'm going, why I'm doing these things.
Do?
Yeah, just pick up like the wiki walkthrough, the game FAQ walkthrough or something like that, and it tells you all kinds of stuff. And there's even an app for your phone that it's a wrapper and it just pulls the wiki
that's cool.
and gives it all to you on your phone, all pretty like.
I like pretty like.
Pretty like is good. Speaking of pretty like, so I played some more Assassin's Creed Origins, but I had to eventually put that down just because it is a time suck.
Yeah.
I love it. The story's actually really good. The story's not incredible because it's the typical, I'm going to go avenge the blah, 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 and I'm going to assassinate this dude for that thing and this dude for that thing and whatever. But, so how far are you?
Not very. I'm maybe 3 or 4 hours in.
So you've gotten to the point where somebody dies and that is the kind of reason for why he's gone sort of nutso and is off to assassinate all these people?
Maybe?
Somebody got stuck. That was very important to him?
Think so.
Okay. I won't ruin it for you then because once that happens, you're just like, the story's kind of, or at least the way you go through the rest of the game is typical of Assassin's Creed or whatever. You find them, you kill them, whatever.
Yeah.
But the whole reason why, it just drives you.
Interesting. Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. It's like I said, the biggest problem I've had with that lately is that I played it a little bit earlier in the week, but I just didn't have enough time to dedicate to. I couldn't actually finish a quest, and so I'm not sure how the saves in that work either. Whether you can just like,
I'm pretty sure it just picks up right wherever.
That'll work then. Yeah. I'm trying to. There's that big complex, and like at first you have to go You have to go get a couple things out of it, like it's kind of near your house, and then you have to go rescue some priests that are
yeah.
And I'm trying to do that when I keep triggering the alarms, and so like there's all these like, hey, we're bringing in reinforcements, like, oh god, there's more people to kill now.
You got to do it real stealth like before they light that fire.
I'm not very good on the stealth in that game. I don't know if I probably just need practice. But
heavy feet,
we'll get there. Yeah,
it's fun. But I went ahead and bit the bullet and I picked up Super Mario Odyssey.
Nice.
I love it.
It's so good.
It's really fun, isn't it?
Yeah, you
it's
finished
beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, quote unquote finished.
I finished the main storyline.
Because this is one of those games where it's like kind of like Zelda, where like you can finish the game.
1 million stars.
Yeah, power moons.
Power moons.
Yeah.
Well, the power moons in the Mushroom Kingdom are stars.
Yeah, true.
Spoiler alert.
Right.
It's kind of weird. Collect the power moons, but that's a star.
So I've played it probably for about 3 hours total. And I'm pretty sure I've got like 75 moons already. Mm-hmm. It's just because they're everywhere.
Yeah,
they're everywhere.
Yeah.
I want to say there's
It's not like find the 3 moons on the world. It's like find 15 to 25 moons on every planet.
Because I was looking through just the first... What's the first world? The not the Cap Kingdom, but
the Cap Kingdom. Then is it jungle?
Is it the falls, the waterfalls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
so
the first
that
one, or is
that's the
desert
first one
after that?
The desert one's after that. And I'm looking through, and I'm like, okay, I've been here for a half hour, and I've got 15 moons. I wonder how many there are in here. So I pulled a little list up, and I'm like, holy crap, there's 25 moons here. And then the next one, there's 60 or 59.
Yeah, it ramps up pretty quick. And a lot of them I don't think you can get until you finish the game and come back.
Yeah, you got... Yeah. But ran into the Tyrannosaurs not once, not twice, but 3 times.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I love the taking those over is like the high point of that game.
Yeah, it's okay. I think the control on it's a little wonky just because it's
a giant dinosaur is huge.
Controlling a giant dinosaur is
that's
a task. I imagine being a T-Rex was hard.
It's a task.
Like
imagine
just like you got 2 legs, this giant tail sticking out in one direction, and this weird shaped body with this huge head on the front with tiny arms. And you're like, where am I going? Like,
right.
Imagine like swinging that body around. Like,
it's so funny because the game's been out for over a month. 6 weeks now at this point. Yeah. So if you've played it and you don't know any of this, you're just silly. So, but if you haven't, spoiler alert. I think it's funny that the first time you run into one of those is like the first time I did was in a pipe underground in the Cascade Falls thing.
What?
It's some underground area.
I don't even
run into a T-Rex.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I literally walked around a corner like, oh, T-Rex.
Yeah.
Cap. I'm a T-Rex.
Yeah, I mean, I ran into a T-Rex in the first.
That was my only encounter with him.
Yeah.
And then I was like off that planet, and then
oh yeah, I found one underground, and then there's the one that's kind of up on a weird little hill.
Yeah, that's the first one I found.
Yeah. And then the next one I ran into is the one when you're in the deep woods. If you go
the deep woods,
it's because you jump off the thing and then you're in the deep woods. Well, it's not a secret. I saw it in a
oh yeah, no, I don't care
thing ahead of time. Anyway, but then there's one down there, and it's got a hat on already.
Oh,
so you can't hat it.
Not the traditional way. Yeah. But yeah, so it's super fun. And it's like playing Mario 64 all over again.
It's real fun.
I
need to pop it on my TV. I've been playing it handheld, and I don't think handheld's the way I want to play that game.
Yeah, just because of the motion controls. That's the one thing I don't like is that, and you don't have to use them. But it's like even if you're playing with the Pro controller and you get real excited and you're like, oh, I got it. If you move the controller just enough the right way, there goes your cap.
Yeah, don't get too excited.
Yeah. Can you turn it off completely?
No, not that I know of. I don't. Not. I don't think you can.
Looked,
I'm actually going to try tonight playing it with the split JoyCons.
Sure.
Yeah.
So just to try that, could be good.
There's a few parts in the game where I realized that 3D platformers still like a 3D platformer is never going to be like perfect. It's because jumping in three-dimensional space
hard.
is so hard still.
Especially with the way you can move the camera so easily and kind of set that. It's like if you jump and you're like, oh, the camera's moving while I jumped, you just totally screwed the pooch and you're done.
Yeah.
So, but I've been really, really liking it.
Yeah,
it's fun.
It's
a lot.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm hoping that this week maybe it'll open up a little bit. I just finished a big work project today, so now that that's done, maybe I can play a little more.
What are I don't understand what happened to the Koopa kids or the Koopa cousins or whatever, because now it's, instead of the Bowsers, like, little minions, now they're the Brutals or the
Brutals.
I don't know.
The Brutal Party, man.
They're real weird.
It's a wedding.
They're creepy looking.
They're a brood. It's a play on bridal.
You're weird.
Oh.
He's probably right, though.
I think you are.
I don't like it, but I think he's right.
Anyway, so yeah, that's me and all the things that I've been playing. It's been brutal. All right.
Like
what?
Quintuple entendre.
Anyway.
It's a weird episode this week.
Yeah.
Because I played more games than anybody, and Dylan's here. All right, we've got a lot to talk about, so let's get right into our
news. Ooh. Finally,
right on cue.
Point.
Perfect, sir. Up first, if you are a Destiny 2 player, which I'm pretty sure everybody and even their grandmother might be,
other than me,
my grandma's dead.
Well,
both of them.
God. So Destiny 2, a bunch of changes coming to Destiny 2, and the Curse of Osiris DLC is out. Let's discuss.
Today.
Yes.
I haven't played it because it just came out today, and I'm at work.
Well, crap.
I hear it's good. I hear it's a little bit, maybe... I hear it's fun. People are enjoying it. It's apparently a little tedious to play, but it's cool, and a lot of the stuff is kind of old school lore. Like the Osiris stuff was actually cut from the first Destiny, and just for time and so on and so forth. So it's nice that it made its way back. So you do get a little bit of story mode with the new expansion. You get some new strikes and some missions, that kind of thing. So I think that. Wait, does it come out?
So it is out.
So it comes out today.
Yeah.
And then there's another patch coming out the 12th.
Okay.
So
now, have you heard or read or seen anything about the new? There's this new tracer rifle.
Yeah, that's
being like
apparently
hyper
super
crazy
OP
overpowered
in multiplayer. Yeah,
yeah.
That's all I know about it. Is that it like someone didn't do the right amount of QA.
Yeah,
but
I watched some of the videos of like some Crucible matches, and dude literally got melted in under 2 seconends. Just done. Just
melted,
out.
You say?
Yes, because like they just kind of melt and disappear.
It's not good. That's not good. One thing I did want to talk about though is that what we kind of alluded to an episode or two ago, where Destiny kind of got busted doing some crazy things with XP, and so they kind of came out and said, "Hey, we're sorry about that," and are really going to change the way they are going to do kind of endgame and XP going forward. And I thought this was a really good quote from that. It says, going forward, Destiny 2's post-launch game systems, features, and updates are going to be designed specifically to focus on and support players who want Destiny to be their hobby, the game they return to, and a game where friendships are made. We want Destiny to be a game that fits into your life, providing you with a reason to log in and play with your friends, clans, and family. We want Destiny to be part of a world you want to be a part of. That's from Luke Smith and Chris Barrett, game directors for Destiny.
Okay.
Which is nice, just because that wasn't the experience I've had with Destiny 2 so far. And it's the Destiny. It's what I wanted Destiny 2 to be. Destiny 1 was that way for me,
right?
And Destiny 2 hasn't been, but
or became that way because, as we know, Destiny 1 also had trouble
all sorts of problems.
So,
yeah. I mean, I guess that the thing is like
get used to it.
Maybe I shouldn't have expected Destiny 2 to be perfect at launch when it took so long to make Destiny 1 that way. But it's nice that they're being receptive to it.
Yeah, if you're gonna learn from your stuff and make it better, like I'll jump into Destiny 2 maybe now or eventually.
Yeah, maybe after the first year.
You're right, and I'm gonna enjoy it, and I'm not gonna think about that time when Destiny 2 was kind of annoyed me.
Yeah. Well, and what they're talking about too is they're adding a new weapons tier that, as opposed to the way weapons work right now, will actually be randomized. They'll be rerollable. They'll be unique items. So you'll actually be able to, how you were able to in 1, where you could grind for the same weapon and actually there'd be difference between them, which is cool. Because in Destiny 2, all the weapons are the same. Once you have a weapon. They're all identical. And so there's no reason to grind for a better version of that same gun.
Because you can just upgrade it.
Well, you already have it, essentially, as opposed to Destiny 1, where there were different loadouts of different ones. And so sometimes you'd get a gun, but it wouldn't be the best version of that gun.
Okay.
So they're going to have that. New types of engrams.
What's this engram here? A faded engram?
Faded engrams.
What is that?
Available from Xur for legendary shards that will get you new legendaries. So a lot of stuff. So, Curse of Osiris today, and then another patch on the 12th with hopefully some of that stuff in there. So
very cool.
Yeah, I think it's great. I'm excited. I haven't played Destiny in probably a month. I'm excited to get back into it this weekend.
Yeah, and I paid for the DLC already, didn't I?
Same.
Oh,
yeah.
yay! Oh, crap. Now I've got more to do. If you're currently playing this, drop us a note on our Facebook page or Twitter.
Definitely let us know what you think.
Or when you rate and review us on iTunes, let us know what you think.
Oh, dang.
There you go. All right, so there's your Destiny 2 update. Looks like there's a new Portal game coming out, yeah? Kind of?
Not really.
I mean, it's kind of funny.
I'm actually kind of excited about this. So the reveal of this is in about 14 days, 2 weeks from today. There's a new game, new version of Bridge Constructor coming out.
Which I've always wanted to play those games and really get into them.
And that's what I was just going to say. Like, Bridge Constructor, I got it for free or for like $1 or $2.
Right.
I'm going to say last Christmas or the Christmas before. And
I'm watching the trailer.
I'm like, this is going to be dumb. And it's really fun. It's actually really, really fun. So I think the additional, adding of kind of these portal mechanics, and it's licensed. Like, they didn't just hey, I don't know, portals or something anyone can make, right? They actually licensed the portal stuff from
That's
Valve.
really cool.
So it looks goofy and dumb, and Bridge Constructor was just a good time. And there's nothing better, because the way it works is you actually build a bridge over, between two roads, and you have to get a truck across or a car across or whatever. And it's super fun because it's kind of physics based. Like, sometimes you only have to get it across once, and so sometimes that'll be like the bridge collapsing as your car's driving over, and
and even if the bridge falls down, you make it.
If it falls down but your car makes it, you win.
Yep.
And then in order to get a higher, you might be able to get a bronze if you drive one car across, but to get a silver you might have to drive two trucks across.
Right.
And one truck flipping the other truck across and then driving through. It's fun. It's a really enjoyable game.
I'm looking at the PC Gamer article about it, and the first comment in there says, "We never asked for this," which is funny. But dude, nobody ever asked for.
I asked for this.
Nobody asked for Inside, and look at that.
Yeah, no, I don't think anyone ever asked for Bridge Constructor. Let's be honest, but it's fun. It's really fun. Yeah, I enjoyed it. So,
it's coming to mobile as well.
Oh, nice. It's effectively Portal 3. That's the way I'm looking at it. This is Portal 3.
It's a version of Portal 3, not necessarily the one we hoped for.
Yep.
But it's there.
It's the Portal 3 we deserve.
Yeah. So there's a new, PUBG is all over the place, and I say over the place news-wise, just because there's so many updates that have been added. It's coming to Xbox One. A
week from today, actually.
What is it?
No, a week from yesterday?
It's not early access on there. It's what's it called?
Games something.
Try it.
Game preview.
Game preview. There you go. Thank God we have Dylan here. A week from yesterday, actually.
Ooh. A week from yesterday as we're recording this.
Yeah, today is Wednesday, the 6th.
A week from 2 days ago.
You'll be listening to this on Thursday, the 7th.
So it's like we're in the future.
I don't even know. But anyway, it's coming out next Tuesday.
On Xbox.
The Xbox.
Yeah, so there is a new map coming. It's got a name, and it's been detailed and all kinds of other stuff. Dylan, what do you think? Are you excited?
Yeah, new map's going to be fun.
What's it called? Miramar.
That's what it looks like.
It looks cool. It's all deserty, and
yeah.
I really like that. And they say that it plays different, too. So the strategies you're using to win in... does the current map have a name?
That's a good question. Not that
I don't know.
I'm sure it has
Jungly Island place. Yeah. They're saying that it's going to play differently, and so the strategies you're using now may not work in the new ones. So you're going to have to kind of figure out new places to land and new stuff to do. But it's really cool. It actually looks a lot like Utah, honestly.
Right? It's kind of like it looks kind of like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Yeah, real deserty. And they said there's kind of some cities that have construction sites and abandoned buildings, and I don't know. It looks really neat. It is unfortunately not. This won't be out with the Xbox version. This is going to be. I believe it'll hit PC first as the PC version goes to 1.0.
And when is it going to 1.0? Is that still kind of like
I
up in
think
the air?
they said this year, but I'm not really sure. So, but it looks cool, and I think that. I mean, I don't want to say that that's a weakness that.
Oh, it says Miramar will be playable during the final test round before PUBG hits version 1.0.
So soon.
Soon.
Just not. And I think they're actually going to talk more about this at the Game Awards, which for everyone listening right now is tonight. And so we'll probably have more information on it there. But it just looks really neat. And like I said, I don't think it's a weakness that PUBG only has one map because, I mean, you could probably play that one map from now until the end of time. But I think it'll be fun when they add more and more and more and more.
I mean, yeah, it's just going to be so much more variety. And looking at this and kind of the description of it, it sounds like it's going to be more urban, but at the same time, it's going to be a little more open because it lacks the foliage and the bushes and the trees. So I think like sight lines from those open areas,
it's going to be way different.
You're going to be more exposed, but a lot of the combat's probably going to end up might end up taking place in the more urban settings where a lot of the times the end game ends up in the middle of a field or on a hill in some trees.
That's so annoying sometimes.
It's a little frustrating sometimes when you're like, got this tiny circle on the top of a hill and everyone's like laying in the grass throwing grenades. I'm like, this isn't how the game's supposed to end. But yeah, it's definitely exciting. It looks cool. I wonder if there's going to be a little more verticality to it.
Could be, yeah.
Because it looks like you got these construction sites where it might open up to rather than like a third floor building, you might have that fourth floor, that fifth floor. That I don't know.
I forgot too. This is actually going to be. It's going to be exclusively where you can get the new pickup truck too.
Okay.
Is in this map.
Well,
I would love to see some more variety in vehicles for sure.
Because right now they've got 3 or 4.
Yeah.
You got the cart.
You got the car.
The motorcycle.
You got the buggy. You got the motorcycle. You got the motorcycle with the sidecar.
And then you've got the weird little Jeep-looking thing.
That you has.
I've only been on a vehicle once in that game, and I didn't know how to control it, and I almost immediately killed myself.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Did you see the guy that did the whole play dead while he was on a motorcycle?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. Like, so this guy went to get on a motorcycle, and it didn't stand up. He just... he got on it, but it stayed laid
sideways.
down. So he just laid there, right next to the crate that drops in, and like these guys are just going at it all around him. And they went over to check on him a couple of times, and probably were going like, "Why can't I loot this guy's stuff?
Yeah.
Where's his stuff?" Because he was literally just laying there. And the other guy went to get on the motorcycle and kick him off, and he just blew him away.
That's awesome.
It's kind of funny.
One other thing with PUBG is actually Microsoft just announced that there's going to be Xbox exclusive accessory packs sold during the month of December. So
more loot crates.
Yeah. So from December 7th until December 10th, you'll be able to get the PUBG Warrior Pack for $10, which includes a balaclava, a camo T-shirt, a pair of pants, and some tennis shoes. And then from the 14th until the 17th, you'll get the PUBG accessory pack, which is $5 and appears to offer a hat and some fingerless gloves. And then the PUBG tracksuit pack, which is also $5 on sale from the 21st until the 24th, has a pair of white tracksuit pants and a matching tracksuit jacket. So Xbox exclusives,
FUBU,
and available for a very small amount of time. So those are
interesting.
You know.
Do we know what the cost of the game is on the Xbox? Is it going to be 30 as well?
Sweet. I cannot wait for
That's
it on
such
my
a
Xbox
deal.
One.
Same, yeah. I think I'm going to play, like, I own it on the PC and I have for like 3 or 4 months,
Right.
but I think I'm going to play so much more of it on the Xbox.
Do you think they'll do crossplay on that with PC?
They've said they want to, so
I'm really curious how the controller is really going to work with this game.
the way it works with anything else.
The inventory is going to be so much slower.
I've heard that they've kind of got that working, so it is slower, but that there's a scheme that works pretty well.
Yeah.
So
I just can't imagine a controller keeping up with a PC. And,
and I think
and
probably my guess is that if they do open up to crossplay, it'll be PC users with a controller. Like they'll have to figure out a way to.
God, is there a way that they can?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean,
see what that's like.
We'll see,
figure that out.
We will see.
Wow. They probably can, but someone will find a workaround.
Of course. Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Cool.
I mean, it's the same people.
Because we're all cheaters at heart.
Yeah. It's the same people that
play nice.
It's the same people that figure out how to use a mouse and keyboard of the Xbox.
Right.
So
the 14-year-old in me wants to cheat and tell everybody how I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And then when I get sued, I'm going to have my mommy write them a strongly worded letter.
I think it's the way to do it.
All right, there's your PUBG update. Looking forward to that. Nintendo Switch update. There is an update out, and it improves motion controls.
Yeah.
And like I said, I didn't know that there was a problem with the motion controls. I thought they were pretty
apparently
solid.
They're saying that it's patch 4.1.0. And it says they don't tell us any more than it fixes an issue caused motion controls to respond incorrectly. So the theorizing is that there's just a bunch of games that have come out lately that make a lot of use of motion controls. Mario Odyssey, Skyrim, Doom, and LA Noire all use those. And so I wonder if, you pass out a bunch of games that all use motion controls a lot to, 2 or 3 million people, and there are going to be some people that just have problems and in certain situations and certain ways you use your controllers, that kind of thing. So it's supposed to just make it a little bit nicer, and that's always nice when things are nicer.
Isn't it
we
nice?
Like things
it's
when they're
nice.
better.
Now, has anybody picked up LA Noire for the Switch?
I didn't really like it for any other system, so
I absolutely love that game.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
gonna play it again.
It was a great game.
I'm tempted to play Skyrim on the Switch.
I am too.
I should probably just play a different game.
Every single day, I'm like, I should just buy Skyrim. It looks great. I should just buy Skyrim. It looks
Everybody
great.
talks about how great it is because it's like you could pick up this massive 120-some hour adventure
like
and
Zelda
just take
again.
it with you.
Yep. It's cool. I should just play Zelda.
Well, and you can also get the Zelda armor
In
and the
Skyrim,
Zelda
yeah.
outfit in
Yeah,
Skyrim.
see, that's pretty cool.
It is. No, LA Noire, though, to answer that, I was just terrible at it. They're
Really?
like, okay,
Are
so
you
watch this
terrible at
guy
that
for his
game?
little facial tics. I'm like, I didn't see anything happen. And I just end up guessing. Like, I was not good at it. So,
See, I grew up watching Murder, She Wrote and all those like Agatha Christie kind of like murder mystery things. So I'm like, and all the old school like detective movies. So it's like, I love that kind of crap where you have to look for.
I love
little
the concept of it.
and-
Like, I'm a big Law and Order, criminal intent kind of person. Like, I'm just bad at it.
You just picked the worst Law and Order to say you like.
SVU, man.
SVU.
SVU is the jam.
Can I make a quick aside that I remembered? Oh,
No,
sorry.
go ahead.
I was gonna before I get off of Skyrim, and which made me think of Oblivion. I think it was Oblivion that I did this. But after getting through character creation, it's interesting because you create a naked character, right?
Yeah,
right.
So, you're seeing your character's body. You're not wearing all the armor and stuff. And I made I think it was a half orc. Can you be half orcs? You're not.
I think
orcs?
so. Yeah.
Or okay.
It seems likely. Yeah.
Of the orc variety. But I made my character and I was so excited, and then I got into the game, I put on some armor, and I'm like, man, I made that head way too small. So I had to play the rest of the game with the orc tiny head, because it didn't look that bad in character creation, but when you put the big armor on, you're like, he's got a tiny head.
I think I've noticed that before when I've watched other people, they're like, oh, look, I played this Elder Scrolls, blah, 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 and I'm like, why do you have such a tiny head?
Because
That's
for some
funny.
reason, I shrank the head down because it was like, that's a big head. I don't have a big head.
Could you have just blown the body up?
I don't. Yeah, I might have. That could have been it too. I'm gonna make a buff orc and then tiny head.
But he's gonna be real dumb.
I'm gonna wear a helmet. I've got a tiny head.
I was reading a tweet or something the other day. They said that the best mod you could make for Skyrim these days is because have you played Skyrim?
Yeah, I've played the first.
So you know how you start
30
out, and
minutes.
you're in a wagon, and they take you to be executed, and then someone comes in and saves you. So they should just
The
do it
dragon
where,
attacks, and
Yeah, the
you're like,
dragon attacks. That's
"No,
what it
what
is.
is
Yeah,
this?"
they
That
should
scared
just
the
make it
crap out
just
of me.
where that doesn't happen, and you just execute it, and a thing that says "Hello, we just saved you 120 hours of your life."
That would be a good mod. I would support that developer.
I like it.
So anyway, new update to your Switch controller for motion controls. There you go.
Play Skyrim on the Switch.
If you bought The Division, like I did
too.
I love that game.
It's really good.
It's really good. In fact, I was thinking about it compared to because it's got it's a cover-based shooter, much in the same way that Gears of War kind of popularized that, I think, because it had been done just not to that degree of almost perfection. So I love seeing what everybody else has done with it. But I almost prefer how the cover system works in The Division better than Gears of War. It feels like you make more correct moves to different places in cover.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah,
I don't
accidentally
think any cover-based shooter is perfect, but The Division's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just like the way you move from one thing to the next and you see where you're going and how you're getting there and I don't know.
My biggest argument with The Division is that it's a cover-based shooter that often forces you to not be in cover because of the way the enemy AI works, which I think is really dumb.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think that's what Gears of War does really well.
Yeah.
Like
you can stay in cover
forever. They
forever.
fight the same way you do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not in cover, you're going to lose.
Yeah. And that's, I think, the problem with The Division is if you're not in cover, you're probably going to lose. But there's often bad guys, especially the flamethrower dudes, who pull you out of, who can, first of all, flame you through cover. And so, I don't know. I enjoyed The Division a lot. I think the only reason I really stopped playing it was because I started playing Destiny, and I thought Destiny was better.
Yeah.
But there's a huge update.
It's a
1.8 adds, let's see, an entire new section. So West Side Pier. It's a huge new area with two sections, Piers North and Piers South. Contains a new
and Piers Morgan.
Piers Morgan, and contains a new safe house, similar to the terminal, so it's actually a social hub.
Oh, cool.
New enemies, new assignments, new dailies, so a ton of stuff there. Apparently it is also going to introduce the new rogue system, which I'm completely unfamiliar with.
Yeah, the rogue thing I never really got into.
Yeah, so I don't think I've gone into this game enough to know what that is, but there's that. The Underground has some new changes, new directives, new hunter enemies that can drop exotics. I mean, there's just...
God, I played a lot of this game to begin with, and I like seeing this much content drop kind of makes me want to boot back into it.
I know. I was thinking the exact same thing. It's super fun. I think the problem with The Division, like my biggest complaint about it is that you have to play with people that are within a level or two of you, and it just doesn't work. Like we had that problem where me and my brother couldn't play with Adam because he was 10 levels above us, and we just got decimated. Mm-hmm. And my brother and I tried to play with Kevin, and it didn't work because he was like 5 or 6 levels below us. I just need to like start a new character at level 1 and get back into the game.
Yeah.
So, my favorite bug that they apparently fixed in this is actually something I wish they'd left in, because apparently what it is it caused wildlife to occasionally explode, and I'm real disappointed that you'd ever think to fix that.
I never got to see that.
I know,
Spontaneous
I'm very
combustion is
disappointed.
something you should always leave in
Right?
the game.
Obviously.
What? And who says that was a bug?
Right? That's
Come
a
on.
feature.
That's
That is
amazing.
a feature.
That if you'd have left that alone,
it was an animal.
Yeah, Ubisoft. If you'd have left that alone, I would have
I
question.
want to make more
Been
animals
back.
explode.
That's so fun. That's so fun.
There's something wrong with me. I don't even eat animals in real life, and I
And
want to
maybe
explode
that's-
them in video games.
Maybe that's
I
why.
can't kill them in games. No.
Oh man!
I accidentally
my
killed a
heart.
dog, and I was like, well,
In Wolfenstein, not only do you have to kill dogs, which is kind of okay because they're like genetically modified,
like evil Nazi dogs?
evil Nazi dogs.
That's totally fine.
But they're still dogs. Like you feel bad about it. But if you play a lot of Wolfenstein, and this is the New Order, you play a lot of it in it's very sneaky and stuff. And you can sneak up on the dogs while they're sleeping, and they're just like they just look like German Shepherds curled in a little ball, and you can pop them in the head so they don't kill you. It's terrifying and horrible. It made me feel awful when I did it.
but then you just
I still
remember that
did
they're
it.
Nazi dogs.
They're Nazi dogs. Can dogs be Nazi
They
dogs?
are
I think
Nazi-
they're just
they are-
dogs.
They are genetically modified Nazi dogs.
All
There
right.
is nothing dog about them other than the fact that they
Can we
share DNA.
They're all good dogs, Brent. Anyway.
Can we open a food cart where we serve
Nazi
genetically
dogs?
modified Nazi dogs?
Not in Seattle.
Well, you can eat them.
There might be places in the United States where that goes down. Here would not be one of
I
them.
think that you can do it in the White House. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, that's as political as I'll get.
Bite me.
Nazi
Anyway.
dogs, bite me. That would be okay, now we need to start a food cart. So there's that, your update on Division. Real quick, I know we've talked about this in the past, the whole regulating loot boxes because they're considered gambling. On and on and on. So there's actually a U.S. lawmaker who is currently calling out Star Wars Battlefront 2 over it and is trying to introduce legislation possibly.
He's really pushing it. And so far, legislation means he's put a video on YouTube, which I guess is how laws work these days. I'm not real familiar with
If
the
you are
political
not a
process.
YouTube star, then you are not a lawmaker.
I guess. Anyway, Chris Lee from Hawaii, has been pushing this real big, and specifically what he wants to do is ban loot boxes for anyone under the age of 21, which probably means that, It's hard because that's problematic. How do you prove that you're 21 in a video game? Like,
well, exactly. It's like the kid who's 14 being sued by.
Yeah, you already have to put a credit card in to do it, which in theory means that you're 21, or the person that gave you their credit card gave you permission to be 21. So I mean that's really hard. And I mean, how does that work in the industry? Does it just mean that they're not going to put them in at all because it's too hard? Like, I mean, like that happens.
So
this is a weird comparison, but like Utah has beer that's less alcoholic than in most of their states, and so there used to be 5 or 6 states that had the same. You'd buy 3.2 beer, and most of the other states said, okay, fine, you can have real strength beer here, and so beer manufacturers literally are just saying is it worth making it for Utah? And I kind of wonder if this would be the same thing where.
I mean, I'm curious to see, what if, so let's say this goes through, blah, 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 and this becomes some national, federal.
Actual law,
kind of thing. So, yeah, let's say that happens, and let's say that this is going to be regulated like gambling, and you have to be 21 or older to do it. First of all, how do you prove it?
Yeah.
But because of that, what do you see the game companies and developers and stuff doing?
Do you see them start loot boxes? Do they
pull it out and start charging $100 a game?
Yeah, or put it, and people keep saying that, why don't games just cost more if that's the problem? And I think that that's a very possible solution, but it's not going to be really a big solution until physical games go away even more so than they already have.
And that's not a long-term solution either.
People already realize that if I don't want to pay, games cost $60 now. If I don't want to pay $60 for a game today, I wait 3 months and I pay $30 for a game. So if games cost $80, you wait 3.5 months and then they're $30 again. So, but that only really happens with physical releases. Digital releases stay expensive longer, and so
right. Well, and it's and it also makes me wonder too. Because Splatoon 2, and I know we talked about maybe talking about this, but I'll make a point with it. Splatoon 2 just had a major update, and they're going to have another big one coming out. But in this new update, they added 2 new bands, 1 brand new gigantic map. They brought back a couple of fan favorite maps from the original Splatoon on the Wii U. They added some new weapons, the ability to swap things out, blah, 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 blah. All this new stuff, a massive update for free.
Sure.
It was free. So Nintendo obviously has some way of charging $50, $60 for a game and then providing all this new content for a year.
I think it's called having Nintendo money.
Right, but still.
I guess my thing is that to me sounds like a loss leader. That's the same as having $200 TVs at Best Buy. Is you want people to come in and buy your stuff. You're Nintendo. You're trying to sell Switches. You're trying to sell hardware, and so you do that because even though you might not make any money and you may lose money on it because you want people to say, "Oh my gosh, did you see that new thing?" It's easier for a first party than it is for a third party.
True.
If that content sells one more Switch, then all of a sudden they've made more, whereas EA does that. I mean, quite frankly, The Division just did the same thing, and they have no reason to do that. You know what I mean? So it's tough, and I think figuring out the right way to monetize games and the right way to treat people that make games right while monetizing games, it's hard. It's really hard. I don't think anyone's figured out the solution yet, and I think we're going to see a lot more companies kind of struggling through this as they figure it out.
Yeah, interesting. What do you think of the possible law?
I hate laws that say, you can't be responsible, so we need a law.
That's all laws, Dylan.
I mean,
I know, I hate it.
Libertarian Dylan.
You can't handle your money, so law. I don't know.
But the reality is the law in theory is in place for people that can't be. It's not you can't handle your money. It's that you're not old enough to make that responsibility, or we're protecting people that are genetically or chemically imbalanced enough that this isn't something that they can choose.
Right. But
still, if the only requirement is you being 21, I mean,
it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't know. Well, I guess I can't foresee how a law would exist that would actually solve that problem.
Yeah,
because either you're old enough or you're not. If you're old enough, okay, then spend your money. If you're not, then you can't. So I don't.
I mean, I guess the thing is what they're really, a lot of it has been, we need to protect children from this. And so that's really what the law is trying to do. It's just, it's very hard to protect children from it.
I think the problem more is how can we not let kids spend their parents' money?
Yeah.
Right.
how do we
But
actually...
I mean, the reality is it's kids under 21. So, I mean, there's 5 years of kids that have their own money.
Right.
Potentially.
But, I mean, if I'm 18, I should be able to...
Can't buy
I guess
booze,
that's different state laws, though, when we decide people are responsible.
Mm-hmm. You just don't like being told how to be responsible or when it's okay for you to be responsible.
Yeah. No one needs to tell me to be responsible. Like, that's...
Well, luckily,
I figured
you're
that
over
out
the age of
when
21.
I was like 5.
Dylan's
so,
very responsible.
I believe that.
Like, it's hard. It's just hard for me to grasp, like, someone needing to tell me to, like...
Yeah, but people have to tell you not to murder people.
Well, yeah, it's amazing. Like, yeah, I don't know. Those thoughts don't cross my mind. So.
Sorry, I'm getting emails
really?
from...
Because I've thought about murdering like 8 people today.
Well, yeah, it's thinking about it and actually considering it.
I'm not going to say that it won't. It really is going to depend on how Thursday goes.
Yeah, right. So, yeah, I'm curious to know what other people think. I know this is loot box regulation.
It's going to be something I think we're going to be talking about for the rest of time.
Well... Hopefully not.
Oh, no.
There's far more interesting things out there.
It's never going away.
Anyway, let us know what you think on our Facebook page or on the Twitter or whatever. Drop us a message and let us know. Mm-hmm. I'm super excited because Sony or Capcom had a thing?
Capcom, I believe.
Okay. So they were celebrating, the 30th anniversary of Mega Man?
Yeah.
And amazing. I love Mega Man. They have confirmed and shown... footage of the new Mega Man 11. And it's coming it's coming to all the consoles.
Yep.
And PC.
Everything.
Oh, sweet.
All the things.
But they're also going to release all of the Mega Man X games, all 8 of them on PC, PS4, and Xbox One.
Mega Man X games?
Apparently, I have never played any of them.
You didn't play the first Mega Man X on the Super Nintendo?
I did not. Sorry. Mega Man...
I played all the NES ones, basically. That's
really Mega Man X is great.
Yeah.
Mega Man 2. Mega Man 2 is great.
See, and I'm like a 2-3 kind of guy.
Mega Man 6.
Yeah, and then I just kind of got out of it. They're fun, but it was. I think by the time some of those other ones came out, I was just more into other kinds of games.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Mega Man X, freaking awesome. Mega Man X2, one of the most hard to find cartridges.
Really?
Of the Super Nintendo. Huh. Yeah, like to find those, when you get those, you can sell them for $250, $350. Wow. Like, they're expensive. Huh. So there's not a lot of them out there.
Interesting.
But I'm really excited about Mega Man just because those are one of the first games I remember playing on the Nintendo.
It'll be interesting to see, how you make a modern Mega Man game, too. Well,
you saw the art style.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, to me, it's really more, it's the question of that difficulty level that's come up a lot around games like Cuphead. And there's been a lot of discussion about games being too hard or, do games need to be more accessible. And, I mean, the Mega Man games are damn hard.
Yeah.
They are really, really hard.
And when you play something like Cuphead, you totally understand where they're being influenced from. They're being influenced from Contra and Mega Man and the Mega Man X series and all that because...
It'll be interesting to see how they manage that difficulty, whether it's, it's just all on and it's hard all the time or if there's actually, an easy version of Mega Man. I mean, I remember we played...
I hope not.
Yeah, I kind of hope there is. When Dylan and when he got his NES Classic, we're like, hey, boot up Mega Man 2. And Dylan died 3 times in 15 seconds. He went back. He got his legs back.
Honestly, it was really getting used to that tiny controller again. Because I remember, I recently played it on the Wii or the Wii U because I had the virtual consoles. Yeah. But and using the normal controller was fine. I didn't have that problem. But playing with a tiny controller standing like this, 2 feet away from the console.
Those games are hard though, man. Those are not easy.
But they're super fun. That's why I like having them hooked up to my computer monitor on my desk because I can sit there, pop it on, and be like, oh, okay, yep, I'm done dying 15 times. I'm done. Yeah. But I like having those on my desk. So yay, Capcom, thank you so much. I'm really, really looking forward to it. I really dig the art style, and it looks like a Mega Man game, just new.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm excited. 2018, late 2018, I believe.
Yay, super fun. All right, that's that for your news. Up next, we have questions from Edsterturbo and...
Hey, yo, Vinny, what's going on?
That's nice.
That's like drunk Vinny.
Yeah. Hey, Vinny.
It's Vinny after Thanksgiving dinner.
There you go.
Here, let's do that. So we've got a question from Vinny to kick things off like we always do. He says, you guys are now creating a brand new video game of any type, single player, multiplayer, any genre, etc. The only catch is you have to take 2 existing video game characters and make them into one person. Who would the 2 characters be? What kind of game is it? And if single player, what's the story like?
Is that part of the narrative? Like, you, like...
Oh, my God, it should be.
Mash, you have to, like 2 people, like, fuse together, like Dragon Ball Z Fusion, like... Or you,
or
like,
more
put
like
them in a
cat
particle
dog.
accelerator and,
Cat
like...
dog.
Put it, yeah. Or
See,
cat dog.
I like that a lot. That's actually the plot of this game.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe the plot is that these 2 characters have been squished together, and the plot is you have to figure out a way to unsquish them. You need to make it through something, fight evil scientists.
Right. I know Adam's answer.
What's
He's like,
mine?
I'm going to take Kratos and mix it
anybody
with
else.
new Kratos. And you can be double Kratos because I want to play a game where there's more Kratos.
K2.
I mean, you're not completely wrong. I mean, I would also probably put together Kratos and Ori just because I'd like to see Ori go ham on those nasty creatures and blood just go everywhere. That's what I'd like. I'd like to see Ori fight a Medusa.
I can get behind that.
But not really. I wouldn't put those 2 together. That's
It's kind of mean to Ori.
it's kind of mean to Kratos too.
That's true.
Kratos such a badass, and Ori's just a little ball of fluff.
Oh, he's so cute.
He's adorable.
I know, right?
What okay, so who would we put together? What characters? Yeah?
That's tough.
Okay.
So I'm going to say Gordon Freeman, is that right, from Half-Life? Is that his name? I always get it wrong. But it makes sense because he is always in these weird Black Mesa-ish places that horrible experiments go horribly wrong. Maybe he gets, something goes wrong and he's got one of those horrible, like, little jumpity, 4-legged horrible creatures from Half-Life. And it's those 2 characters. So he's got like some sort of like
Robo Centaur Spider.
Those little like things.
Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman.
That's what I always say. Morgan Freeman.
But he could
so
be
you know
Morbid
those little
Freeman.
horrible like what are they called? The little jumpy head sucker dudes. They have a name.
Head suckers?
Yeah, I don't think that's what they're called though. But you know what I mean.
Face suckers?
Face
Those are
face
from
huggers.
Alien. Face
huggers.
Aren't those from Alien?
Yeah, I think
Yes.
so. But they're the same thing pretty much.
Okay.
Okay.
So he gets in some sort of experiment, and he has one of those for a head now, and he's got to figure out a way to de-facehugger himself. But maybe once they spend some time together, they some sort of weird facehugger Stockholm syndrome. I don't know. They find love. Who knows? He finds a female scientist that has a facehugger for a head, and everything works out. I don't know.
Oh.
It could be brilliant. Shut up, Adam.
It could be fantastic. You are not wrong.
Right?
Okay.
What's your idea?
Well,
Ori and Kratos.
I go back. No, I'm kidding. I think it would be fun if we put in, I'm going to say Chun-Li from Street Fighter.
Ooh, I like this.
Because she got that crazy leg thing. With, I don't know.
Them big thighs.
I just honestly thought of her, and I'm like, I don't know who I would mix her with. Who would I mix her with?
I'm going to draw 2 names out of my hat.
Chun-Li and
Chun-Li and who? What about
Honda? He's got that hand thing.
It's just a
It's just a kicky,
He's got big
punchy
thighs.
thing.
right. I would put Chun-Li
Yes.
with Senua from Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice.
Oh, dang.
Now, could you imagine?
She's got the swords. She's got the kicking.
She got the swords and the kicking, and she got 2 crazy heads.
She's got the kick. You literally cut them in half and sewed them together.
Exactly, but I kept their heads.
So is only one of their heads kind of crazy?
So
or
one is crazy. And I don't mean
And the other one's Chun-Li.
and I'm not talking badly about anybody with mental
no.
whatever, but you've got somebody who's hearing voices and you've got Chun-Li over here. Can you shut up? I'm trying to kick these demon things that are very, very difficult. Oh, we just fell through the floor. Thanks, Senua.
God, the visual
that.
of what that. I love it, Dylan. Try and beat that.
Duke Nukem has just...
Why did I not know he was going to go with Duke Nukem right off the bat?
He just got nuked by some extra-dimensional warhead.
Extra dimensional?
Yes, because
it's like a bonus dimension.
No, it like blew his legs off
dimension.
and sent him elsewhere. Splat! He falls down in Skyrim.
Nah.
And a witch doctor finds this weird blonde man with sunglasses, obviously not from here.
Okay.
Sews him onto an armored horse. And
like a centaur?
Yeah, he becomes Duke Nukem the Centaur.
But
in the most extreme time that Skyrim has ever endured, where demons are just taking over.
Is he a good guy or a bad guy?
He's a good guy. It's going to be like Doom, but you play as Duke Nukem.
Centaur horse.
Centaur,
so
Duke
it's
Nukem.
Doom Nukem.
Doom Nukem.
In the world of Skyrim, but infested with demons.
Elder Scrolls 12 Doom Nukem.
And then...
Oh, crap.
When they decide that the horse isn't doing it, dragon body.
Nice.
Dragon Centaur.
You know,
so he can fly, he can run, but he's also Duke Nukem, so he can kick ass and chew bubblegum.
Does the horse take an arrow to the knee and they have to put it down? Yeah. No, I don't think
arrow.
I don't know if the arrow covered their knees.
The extra dimensional warhead wasn't enough. So.
Well, it's good. It's good.
And then after 100 million people have played that game 3 or 4 times,
then they put it out on the Switch.
You'll bring it out in VR and put it on the Switch. Why not?
It's smart. It's
okay.
Smart.
There you go, Vinny. Thanks for that suggestion.
Good luck on your finals, Vinny.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
It's finals time.
Well, we hope that
Vinny's brain's mushier than mine right now.
I'm going to go ahead and agree with that statement based on this question.
Yeah, it's good.
Edsterturbo's got a question for us next. If you had to wake up every day to one video game soundtrack, what would it be?
Ooh.
That's a good question.
It's a good question.
Because there's a lot of great game soundtracks.
A lot of great games. So I immediately go to Abzu because it's my favorite game soundtrack of all time. But
see, I'd fall asleep to that.
That's what I was going to say. Like that's kind of a chill. Like I don't know if that would wake me up every morning.
Yeah. There's a couple of tracks that would wake me up.
Yeah.
But most of it, that's a put me to sleep.
But you know what would wake me up? The Doom soundtrack.
Yes. The Doom Nukem soundtrack?
No, just Doom.
Doom. Yeah, that soundtrack's crazy.
Abzu soundtrack by my favorite person, Austin Wintory, just released a new album that is the Luna soundtrack, and it's fantastic.
Of course it is.
Luna's great. It's my favorite VR game I've ever played. I'm very excited about playing it again.
Nice.
Yeah.
I would probably... I've actually set the Super Mario Brothers
Boom.
Yeah, as my ringtone before to wake me up as my alarm tone. Mainly because the Android phone I had at the time was super, super, super crazy loud, and it would wake up everybody. So I liked waking up to that because it was fun.
Do you know what Super Mario's favorite type of clothing is?
No.
Denim, denim, denim.
So he's wearing overalls?
Those are the jokes.
Over what?
Overalls. He's
I
wearing
thought you said over walls,
denim,
and I'm like, what?
Denim overalls, and he jumps over walls.
Yeah.
Wonder walls.
I actually asked a Jimmy John's person one time to put a joke on my bag, and that was the joke they put.
That's silly.
It is good. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if that's the soundtrack I'd wake up to in the future, but that's what I've woken up to in the past.
Nothing wrong with Mario. I like it. Mr. Dillon?
I'd probably pick a Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Probably be the new
soundtrack.
Doom. It would have to be.
God, it is a fantastic soundtrack, but I have to be so in the mood for it. It is so loud and primal and heavy. It's so good, but good Lord.
Are either of you playing Doom on the Switch?
No, I didn't really like Doom that much on the Xbox, so it was all right. I kind of want to play it in VR, though. So
I heard that it is crazy and that it's okay.
Yeah.
But it's not like... It's too fast of a game for VR. Like, it plays fine for what it is, but the game itself is just too fast and, like, frenetic of a game.
I can see that.
So
I'm very excited. Fallout VR comes out in, like, a week from yesterday.
Now, is that PC only?
Yes.
Yeah, because I think it would be gigantic.
It's actually Vive only, I believe.
Oh, snap.
They're assuming they'll get it working on the Oculus, and I really hope they do because I don't have a Vive.
That would be nice.
Yeah, so it should be good.
Well, thank you, Edsterturbo, for that question about soundtracks and what we would wake up to.
I like it.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, let's wrap it up real quick this week. With the cheap free games, we finally found out the day after we recorded last week what the PS Plus games were going to be.
And so those actually came out today. Or no, they came out yesterday, actually.
Oh, yeah, they did.
First Tuesday of the month. So they came out on the 5th.
Yeah, so A couple of them, or at least one of them for sure. A couple of them I'm actually into. Darksiders 2, the definitive edition.
No. Definitive.
Definitive?
Yes, it's not definitive. It's
I said definitive.
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 Whatever.
That one.
Whatever. Definitive.
I've never played Darksiders. Is it good?
Yes.
I bought it for $5 on a Steam sale, so I've got it, and I've played a little bit. And it's super fun.
Nice.
Like it's if you're into the like Devil May Cry kind of stuff. So it's like
I've
one of
never
those kind of
played
games. You've never played a Devil May Cry?
No.
Get thee to a DMC.
What did you say to me?
Get thee to a
DMC.
So DMC was the reboot with the new whatever on the
Get my driver's
PS3.
license?
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
But they released an updated remaster for the
nice.
PS4, and it is worth every penny. That game is fantastic if you like those kind of games. I know I'm excited about Kung Fu Panda Showdown of Legendary Legends as a PS Plus freebie.
As my brother pointed out,
As we talk crap about it.
Are you being...
I'm talking crap about it just because it sounds funny, but I also know that your brother was like, actually...
Yeah, so I cannot speak for this one. I have never played it. But the original Kung Fu Panda on the Xbox was really quite a good game, actually. So, you know.
But this isn't that game, though, is it?
No. It could be good. Who knows?
It could be.
Probably not.
Yeah. Fruitcake could be good, but it never is.
Oh, that's not true. I have a good friend who makes a kickin' fruitcake.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
delicious.
Good to know.
So Kung Fu Panda could also be delicious.
Well, let's all play it, and we'll report back on that.
Yeah.
If you're still rocking the PS3, Siberia Collection is a game, and then X-Blaze Lost Memories.
Yeah, I've heard the Siberia games are good.
Okay, cool. PS Vita and PS4 crossplay Forma 8. Is that like some knockoff Forza?
No idea. Probably not.
No, I didn't think so. And then only on the Vita is Wanted Core or Corp.
Core, probably.
Corp?
I don't know.
Corp.
Forma 8 looks gorgeous. Like, I have no idea what this game is, but it looks so pretty. It's a Metroidvania.
Oh, really?
Apparently it's available on the Switch. But it looks really, really pretty.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen stuff about this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Like,
cool.
I don't know anything about this game, but it looks really nice.
Well, if you got a Vita and a PS4,
Yeah, it looks
you
like
got a game to play.
looks like a good Vita game.
Sweet. I'm going to have to... I got to grab those.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, it's going to be free, I think, until January 3rd.
I think so.
January 3rd or 13th, one of the two. I think it's the 3rd.
Early January.
Yeah. If you have a PSVR, you can get Until Dawn Rush of Blood.
Yeah. My brother says it is amazing.
Oh, yeah. It came with... So it's on the demo disc that comes with the PS4 or the PSVR. And it's an on-rails shooter kind of thing, but it's really, really well done, and it's scary AF and kind of gross.
Nice.
Yeah.
Those are the things I like in this life.
I like scary and kind of gross.
Scary AF and gross.
So, yeah, make sure you nab those. You've got until the end... Is it the end of the month? No. You've got until Tuesday, the 2nd of January.
There you go.
There you go. And last but not least, in our cheap free games, we have a new Humble Bundle. It's Yogscast Jingle Jam 2017.
This thing's huge. Like, I mean,
Wow.
Like, it's huge. I bought this last year.
It's $35.
It's $35. Like, it's just flat fee. Like, $35 is the least you can pay. But it's like an advent calendar for nerds. So every day they unlock. Like, you buy it and it just comes with like 15 or 10 games, like off the cuff, and then every day they unlock a new one
Up till Christmas? Yeah,
up until Christmas. And so, like, already, like, if you just buy it, you get Rust. You get Gary's Mod, which are both really fun.
Guild Wars 2 or Guild Wars 2.
Yeah, and there's just a bunch of
The Vermintide.
that's actually like a Vermintide
Beta
expansion.
access to Vermintide
2, yeah.
Oh.
You get some stuff for Guild Wars. Today's was Star Trek Online, which I think is actually the VR game. But it's really fun.
Kind of fun.
Just to see every day what you get. They're supporting like 8 different charities, cancer research, all sorts of different stuff. So it's just enjoyable to every day. Like, ooh, new free game. Ooh, new free game. I check back every day.
Or like
over $1 a day. That's pretty awesome.
It's not bad at all.
it's kind of interesting. Like, there's a Warhammer Vermintide Dwarf Helmet DLC. Like, so you get what a helmet
for your dwarf.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just cool. And
That's kinda fun.
There's already, just buying it, there's already some cool stuff. Gunpoint's supposed to be really good. Teslagrad's supposed to be really good. So.
I heard, isn't Rust supposed to be pretty decent?
Yeah, if you're into that kind of open world survival kind of thing,
strange.
and being naked, and being assigned a.
I love being naked.
Yeah, Rust is interesting because it at at load, it takes, I think, your Steam ID and takes that and automatically chooses a gender for you and a race and attributes that are specific to your gender. So
that's a little presumptive in these times, don't you think?
I don't think that they necessarily go along with your race, but
right.
They are, there's some length involved. Some people were not happy with that. Anyway, it's supposed to be really good.
Cool.
If you kind of like survival stuff. Anyway,
Fun.
Check that out. It's cool.
It's live now. You can go over to humblebundle.com and you can do it.
Get it. I did.
Humblebumble.com.
Humblebumble.com. I need to actually get back in there and reinstate my monthly because
monthly's good this month.
Is it?
You get crap
because my credit card, the credit card I had linked to that account, it was like, your card has been compromised due to one of our many gigantic f-ups, and we're stupid. Thank you.
This month you get, and it's weird. They're releasing 3 of them, but if you have it's $12 or $13, I don't remember. You get the Long Dark, which is an awesome, like, survivally. You're a dude who's crashed in the
in the
Canada, and you have to
Alaskan wilderness
live
or some
in
crap.
the snow. I've never played it, but I've watched a ton of Let's Plays on it.
I heard it's great.
The Twitch streamer I watch all the time, she plays it a ton, and it looks great. But you also get Quantum Break, that Microsoft first party kind of weird game for the folks that made Max Payne. It has like all sorts of interactive like TV shows that I don't even know if I could describe it, but it's supposed to be really, really cool.
I remember hearing about that one.
And then Dawn of War 3.
Sweet.
So you get all 3 of those, plus probably another 3 or 4 games. So Humble Bundle monthly is a great deal. I will
have to get back on there.
Do it.
Sweet. All right, that's your cheap free games, and that is it for the week. That's our show.
Yay!
I'm not singing.
There's a new Fallout board game.
Ooh,
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
tell us more.
I don't really
Dylan.
know much about it yet, but
it's coming.
It's kind of like a explore the map kind of game. So I think you kind of move to tiles, and then you place the tiles, and then things attack you, and you survive.
That sounds just like Fallout.
So it's like Fallout, but a board game.
Cool.
I can do it.
You'll have to keep us up to
I'm
date on
gonna check
that.
it out. Maybe I'll report back.
Is it out already, or is
I think it just came out. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like within the last week or so.
Nice.
I saw some like teases about it and it being advertised, but I think it's out now. So
cool.
I'm going to read a little bit more about it. It might be cool.
Nice.
Yeah, let us know
if
for
you
sure.
love Fallout and love board games,
we'll do
There's
it.
a Fallout board game just for you.
Awesome. All right, that's going to do it for this episode of the Bite Me podcast. Are we working on anything for next week's show as of now?
I would like us to, and this is up to you guys, of course. I am working on something for PS Plus and Xbox that I don't want to say too much about because I'm sure if someone else wanted to do it, they could do it faster than I can before next week. But I think it's going to be interesting. And I think we should pick I don't want to say our games of the year.
But we should definitely talk about games of the year and
I was
stuff
almost
like
thinking
that.
Instead of doing our games of the year, your favorite game you played this year, because a lot of the favorite games I played this year were not from this year.
Okay,
maybe
I see
how about
what you're
your
doing.
game of the year and your game of the year?
Whatever. Yeah.
How about your game of the year and your game of the year?
It's all about it's all
about the
that.
enunciation.
Yeah. So
the emphasis on the syllable.
We'll figure that out. But some sort of game of the year thing. We'll do a game of the year thing.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll prepare some lists. I like the lists.
All right.
Him and Liam Neeson.
Yeah, right. And if you have a particular game of this year that you either played this year or was released this year, that is your game of the year.
Or your game of the year.
Either way, let us know what your favorite games were this year that you played, and even what you might consider your favorite game this past year, whether it came out
Maybe we'll do
or
some
played
voting or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Let us know what your favorites are so we can compare our lists to yours and tell you you're wrong. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
That would be super fun, actually.
Yeah.
So,
polls.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, at Bite Me Podcast, BYTE Me Podcast. Our website's bitemepodcast.com. Rate us, review us on the iTunes and Google
notes.
Play.
We just passed 600 Twitter followers, which I love
snap.
those big numbers. Yeah. And also
How many cakes are we up to now?
47.
Okay.
Also, we started a Google group.
A Google group?
Is that like a Google Hangout?
Sorry. I'm sorry. Google groups are a thing. That is not what we started.
No, I
We
didn't.
started a Facebook group.
Facebook group.
A Facebook
Different
group?
things.
Yes, you're in it, Adam. I added you.
What do we... Oh, wait. A group?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
We can go in and chat and there's polls in there.
Rather
and you
than
can
being
post
in this annoying video game community over here.
Yeah, you can come be an
people
nice.
are nice and don't just troll.
Yeah, effectively.
I think that was the mission statement.
It was. I dropped out of like 3 other Facebook groups and said I hate all these people in places.
I am going to spam the crap out of all the other video game groups. I'm
you actually
be like,
posted in it, so you know.
I did?
Yeah. Or you responded to things in it. It just kind of shows up in your Facebook feed. It's nice.
I am so lost. Okay, I must go investigate this.
Anyway, you can come join us. I'm not sure how, but we'll figure that out.
See, I'm a part of it, and I didn't even know. Also, our Discord channel, if you want to join us there, just go to our website, bitemepodcast.com, and click on the little Discord button.
If you go there, I can tell you how to join our our Facebook group. Google Groups is a thing.
It's a thing that nobody uses.
Anyway.
Sorry.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Use that, yo.
All right, we're out. I'm done. Are we done?
Yeah.
We're done.
Done. That's you, Dylan.
Bite me.